What up? While we wait.
For Gen G to tool around with.
Anonymous with 20 gifted.
Looking to set up for a B crunch seemingly early if they can get away with it. You know, you're tucking Kong in there, using that Viper smoke.
Don't miss walkouts. There's no walkouts. They're on the B stage.
Foxy going to be scaling forward, anticipating somebody to go on that push through the poison orb, but all of EDG getting clustered. Some pings coming
Bro,
down.
you slept for 3 hours. I go to a 10-hour job with that sleep. You should stream for 10 hours.
Outside of A.
We haven't seen any peeking from Texture.
Yeah, but I also have to carry around my massive fucking balls, which makes it way harder for me to stream that long. My back starts to fucking hurt when I'm sitting.
Recon going to be sent to fly. Paranoia goes out. Karen catching a glimpse, but does get ping
So
revealed
it's not
here.
the same.
So the Recon gets the hit. He's going to be back over to safety. EDG. They stick around. Might be a cut of the noise here as Foxy 9 similarly going to be forced away from this under 2 position.
Proof? Check your snap.
Lockdown now in play, but the Hunter's Fury is there available to try to go ahead and clear this out. Foxy
Simon
9,
smiling somewhere.
the readjustment takes down ZJC.
30 seconds left.
So he can just back away. And
Interesting
the lockdown
KJ
right
ult.
there in mid. It's a bit of an awkward one here. Causes some chaos. Doesn't lead to a full evacuation. Kong with 2, but Munchkin trades one
with
back.
2 somehow.
Finds a headshot on the nobody, brings it back in. Now into a
Fnatic are doing their huddle right now.
Everyone on EDG completely and utterly tagged up. Texture out from mid, able to find Smoggy. Top of Nest. Now it's just about flushing out Kong and Chichu. That's 60 health between
We're
the
gonna
two
watch
of them.
No
Fnatic.
util to work with.
100 piece Fnatic.
Double
The
back
map.
yellow positioning. Munchkin finds the first and Texture right through the corner of yellow. We'll get rid of Chichu as well. Timeout called. Not going to be leading to the round win. EDG now down by 2.
And that feels like it's going to be rather painful.
The map is
Gen G
icebox
knows
as well.
Big smiles across the board for them, knowing that that was a crucial round for EDG on this map. You know, again, Texture's got the op. You want to take that round, at least take the round away. Maybe you don't get the op itself.
I didn't fall
you know,
asleep.
I
My
understand
show.
the game plan here for EDG. I think
I
it's
couldn't
a
fall
pretty
asleep.
solid read.
One enemy remaining.
Just a few timings there. Foxy's been really solid in his ability
A lot of
to
icebox
catch
today.
players off guard, to find his and not overcommit, not overextend. You know, something that I think he's really improved on this year. Something in the past that he would kind of get greedy. He'd get that one kill and he'd get fired up thinking he can get a few more. This year he's been much more disciplined.
Guys, the person delivering my food has a
advantage
77%
that
fucking
maybe in the past he might greed for. You can see right here.
satisfaction
Angle,
rate.
but smoke there.
77,
Make it a little bit
dude.
tricky for him to read exactly what's going through. Gonna have to just trust that they're not getting in and Texture.
Kong.
Yep.
Pulled off the side of the screen by
Like, I feel like at that point, you're taking a bite of my food and you're putting it back on the plate. Like, it's
Getting
obvious.
the ping. Nobody with a nice shot. Does go ahead and take down
77 is
Ash.
diabolical.
It's a further spot out here. Texture needing to respect that. This orb will just be taken. And in the meantime, just lurk forward.
What can you
Over at B.
possibly
Bit
be
of a
doing?
misplace. No, okay. Smoke's good enough to work as a one-way. It's a little too shallow at first, but Foxy out looking to try
Wait,
to
am
play
I
intercept.
actually fucked? Should I not eat the food that I get based off of that rating?
Peeks in. Shots ringing out in his
Wait,
direction.
am I
Opts
crazy to
back
say
away.
this should be a
This is
premium
exactly what you're
service
talking
where I
about,
can
that
pay
restraint.
for a better,
Right over
like
challenge.
higher
Right
rated
call there.
driver? Pay more money?
I'm potentially at risk though.
I would pay more
Does
money
manage
for
to
a
get
higher
back in
rated
behind
driver.
yellow.
Seconds left.
No joke.
They're unawares. Paranoia going to be sent, let loose. Connects onto the 2 close players. CJC going to be taken down. As Khan still just dancing around.
Is that
yellow.
crazy?
As his teammates go ahead and play off the back of
You know how
his
you get like
Texture
an Uber
with
Black
3K
as like a better
on the
car?
late lurk
What about
as
for the
Ever.
fucking delivery
Gen G
drivers?
Move up 5-2.
Again, it's just phenomenal discipline here from Gen G. So some of the things you saw in the beginning of Masters
Stop putting
Toronto
ideas
with
in
this
their
team
head.
where they were just all over the place.
So
in terms
entitled
of
and
just reading
spoiled?
their opponents, just making the right moves
Why?
at the
Because I
right
want my
time.
food to show up properly?
Nobody's doing anything
This guy's a
untoward.
77% rating. What has he done to
Finding their
people's
moments.
food
Nice
to get
legs showing
77%?
through the smoke there. A little scandalous, but
It's a
Texture
valid
couldn't find the
concern.
kill anyway. And this is really concerning now for EDG. It has
77
to
is a
here.
passing grade?
Like
not in Turkey.
8-4 maybe.
In some countries, it's not.
Yeah, and having that
77, you get fucking expelled.
Certainly going to be brutal. Hunter's Fury, Foxy dodging around it, dives back into the second.
Oh
Can he
my
avoid the third?
god.
The answer is yes.
Oh my
And
god.
Kong is strafing into him. Foxy 9. He's just on an absolute
How many
heater
deliveries?
at the moment.
250 deliveries.
Completely stuffing the flame of
77%.
EDG at every twist and turn.
That means
when
like
he is on, he is
30
so
people's
damn
food
good.
were eaten.
Just incredible decision making, incredible aim. What more could you want from a player? You can see why Gen G swapped back to Foxy 9 after a
Dude, it's really fucking bad.
Oh, hold on. Okay, he's okay.
I don't understand why I get the
Fine here.
worst fucking guys. My rating is good.
Stay safe for now. Nobody. Looking to try to go ahead and shut down the entry. Finds himself a second, but Munchkin in kind. Responding, finding nobody, and Smoggy. That interrupts the plan. Tap here over the top. It looks like it's going to be
Bro, it's starting. It's
fairly
not
late
starting
pivot
yet.
call coming through. Except maybe heard here that jump certainly
23% of the time you get hungry on the
decently
road.
well that there's going to be
Dude,
a player
no
in
joke.
position
I'm
in
just gonna tell him
kitchen,
to keep the food.
knowing what space they have surrendered and
30
given up.
seconds left.
Chichu not looking to peek his head out.
Hector's trying to fake silence.
I'm
He's
just
going
telling him
back
keep the
towards
food.
A.
I'm gonna reorder.
Trying to see if he can catch him off guard.
Hear the footsteps, the plant getting ready to come through. Yeah, went forward, gets the right click. That should basically be the round done. Chichu needs to try to get the plant, draws out his weapon, but Munchkin will eventually find the shot.
It hasn't
Gets
started
himself
yet.
a
It hasn't
3K,
started yet. Fnatic
and
hasn't started yet. I'm
continues to
watching.
keep Gen G in a firm lead.
Yeah, some decent decision making here. Chichu
I was
holding
telling him
the
keep the
line.
food. Keep the
And,
food. I don't want it no more. He's like,
it's
he
just
responds. He was like, I was
Gen
gonna
G.
anyway. LOL.
So smart, so map aware right now. Macro game working really, really well. Excuse me, nobody on the Sova holding the line there. On the other side of screen.
Okay, but the thing is, most good food places, or not even good, most food places in today's time,
And
they
yeah,
always like
again,
staple
high
the
five, very
bag
happy about it.
and like wrap it up
Here he
pretty
goes.
well. So if it's fucked with, it's kind of like it would be hard to fuck with it, unless the motherfucker's got a stapler in his car. He restaples it.
Not overstaying
I don't
his
know how
welcome.
slick these guys are, but most food places are fucking stapling up your shit pretty well, so it doesn't get tampered with. But the problem is the guys delivering your food, they might be restapling, repackaging in their cars after they take a bite. This guy has 77%. I'm going to go ahead and assume he's taking a bite, not restapling.
you
It'll
know
be
that
obvious.
A little
Which
bit
is a
weak
bright
at the
side.
tube as well.
Because if it's
Gonna
fucked
force
with,
Hector
I'll
into
know
this
for sure.
position.
Hong Kong just playing on a knife's edge here. Likely knowing that that position's going to be
If he
watched.
restapled, his rating would be
Great
higher, I
way Without
agree.
bringing a tailwind of trying to get access into kitchen. Just playing it patiently, waiting to see if he gets any kind of peaks. As Kauran now scaling forward aggressively. Will opt to go ahead and back away. Throne leading the charge. 40 seconds now remaining here. EDG
What'd you order?
needing
You'll
to
see
make
when
a
it's here,
decision
dude.
pretty soon. It seems like they
I ordered
decided
Joe
to
and the
evacuate
juice.
the A site.
Yeah, they've been making a lot of these late round pivots.
I was just surprised to
This
see
time,
that.
though,
I didn't know
Gen
we
G
had that.
isn't getting the
30
read.
seconds left.
They're kind of thinking maybe this time will be the round that EDG actually commits to that like 40-second hit. That it's going to be Foxy called upon again.
Thing is, I'm gonna be honest, even if it's fucked with, we're gonna gauge how much it's been fucked with. We'll probably still eat it.
Looking for an
So we waited a while
intercept.
for
Finds
this.
a headshot. Ash going to be taken down, but Foxy finding another. Nobody now dropped.
Sage.
Spike planted.
Was he on it?
Lockdown respected.
1
They
HP.
back away.
Bad big
Starting
bad.
to get a little bit chaotic, but Chichu going to be taken down. Karan able to find the headshot. The dash forward, trying to steady the aim.
okay.
Foxy 9 has
Sluggy?
himself a 3K. Now brings
Nope.
it into the 1v2.
Tough.
Where Texture gets the alley-oop. Foxy
The other
9
game hasn't
is
started, chat. I'm
absolutely
watching.
immovable on this B side,
watching
on the
it.
A side, wherever he's playing.
They're still on the desk.
He has just been so crisp this map so far.
Ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. It's hard to play better than he is right now. He is just taking this map over.
Surely we're
And
staying up to watch
not bad
NRG.
decisions here.
Gonna
Again,
see how I
EDG
feel
makes
after
a
I
good
eat.
read, shuts Munchkin down. Viper's pit. Foxy 9 pushes it pretty aggressively.
I'ma
pretty
try.
quickly to try to see if he can catch Chichu as he's backing away.
It hasn't
towards yellow, but
started.
it ain't. He gets away, but that gives Foxy 9 the ability to kind of figure out that hey, front side is clear. Let's start moving forward.
Toxins going out.
Mouse.
Now here's that up and
Oh, Texture a hair off on that shot. Absolutely. could and should have had the punish on the Smoggy. Still going to be looking for it, but as he gets pinged out, will opt to back away. No clear on the recon.
For the same play.
Oh
goodness, he's just
no.
too good. It's Kong Kong again.
Yeah, and that's the spot out here on elbow. This way in the corner,
so.
Texture with covering fire. Goes ahead and spares Ash. As Pico for the top of pipes getting ready to come through, and Texture cannot hit that flick, so suddenly gonna be a decent spot here for EDG to try to make a go of this. Give themselves a third round win. White lobbed in, Munchkin again flanking. Sitting around the back, trying to arrive. Is the plant not yet coming through? This allows for Munchkin to get closer and closer, but eventually he's going to have to make some noise here.
Spike planted.
Question is the Smoggy drift back into the elbow position. Oh, he certainly does. Gets the spot out. Neither really able to exchange any damage. Smoggy realizing that he's between a rock and a hard place, but it's a swing out comes through. Chiron is not reading Chiju's
big round for
position.
EDG.
And Smoggy will be able to hound down Munchkin, so EDG, much needed round win.
And it's hard to believe that with the way that round started, EDG is able to come through and get it. And it just looked like Texture was going to clean up the round, but then Smoggy, it's a nasty 2K here. Ooh, on to Foxy9. That's nothing wrong with what Foxy9's doing there. That's the right position to be in to play for the trade. Smoggy just too good. Still though,
hey yo, watching Tarek in Australia at 12 a.m. on your bed is fucking fire.
The operator. And had to buy it over to Foxy9, but we're gonna have it for this one. Same play. This time they're gonna use a dart to guarantee Ash get closer to his ult. Keeping pace with DJC. Over on the other side, nobody will claim a Hunter's Fury. Now you're just trying to see what you can do. Kong Kong did grab an op.
What the fuck?
Behind it.
Oh, recon a bit
That dart was
there.
insane, but not in a good way.
Tailwind across.
Landed in the
spot.
back of the pillar somehow.
Late lurk. Texture likely about to get caught off guard, but no, as the jump
Fnatic gonna start soon. We're gonna switch soon, looks like.
continues to just do
Gang gang?
wonders
Magic?
here. For Gen G. Push on the corner, Kong Kong seeing more than enough though. Ends up falling to the wayside. Two players just gun him down. Hunter's Fury sent to no avail. No tags.
Oh my god, he's wiped the sweat off his brow.
No real
Who
hope.
saw that?
Double facing the opposite side of the smoke.
Smoggy with two. Has ult.
Going
On for the ace clutch.
Now certainly has his work cut out for him. The pivot back. Texture getting into position in case it's going to end up being a TP play.
100 these
Smoggy's
playing.
gonna try to play this
They're
one
on
out
stage
here
right now.
on
We're
the
just
B
waiting.
side.
30 seconds left.
I'm watching very closely. We will not miss pistol. Don't worry.
From
Yeah,
behind.
he's looking for that lurk.
So Munchkin's dead.
Well, Texture did do one early. So I'll give it to Smoggy this time.
Either way, scrambling, scooping up these weapons, wanting to find at least one kill, but Ash will then strike from above. Gen G just continuing to put on a world of hurt here against EDG.
Yeah, it's just so much pressure that this operator creates, and you're just trying to find answers as EDG. Can you turn up the tempo? Can you try to go for a later lurk?
Genji came to play.
That just not
Yeah,
really
I mean,
finding
Genji are
much
good.
value. I mean, a couple rounds in a row here where
EDG roster
Smoggy's had some
change. We gotta see.
impressive gunplay, but
Okay, my food
Genji still
is
just
now 2 minutes away.
and some of these early maneuvers have got
Oh, I'm
Kong
so
Kong
scared.
and company frustrated. Double operator. Foxy9 no slouch at all with it either.
Oh my god.
G2 barely escaping. Would have been one of the weapons, one of the rifles, stranded on the floor. TP forward in towards backside, going to be cleared there by Ash. Prevents the cheeky play.
You should
Karan
run.
Seems like a tag
Fake
issue
here.
for Fnatic right
TP
now.
of his own. And Hunter's Fury one charge away, so Ash no way to try to clear the
slipped as the map went on. No, the whole team did, to be fair.
We saw him in, he played a game in China.
Yeah,
so far.
That's true, that's true, that's true.
Secondary debut.
I'm
I
watching the
guess we can
Fnatic
say.
game
First one at a global.
on my second monitor.
For sure.
Well, like it hasn't started yet. I'm saying
Already.
I'm keeping an eye on it for when it starts.
I mean, Fox is not really missing a beat. Kong in a nice position, though, underneath the kitchen window. Completely unawares, but Kong
I
cannot
think this
escape
is
fast
GG,
enough.
bro.
Ends
I
up
think
getting
this is
taken
GG.
down. And now we start seeing,
Oh.
okay, some good kills coming through from EDG. Texture Munchkin both gonna end up getting picked apart. What's Foxy and Ash to try? Get this pistol over the line. Shots swinging the double face.
Wow.
Ash finding the headshot there on the nobody at range. Smoggy now.
Smoggy 1v2, they're gonna double swing.
Ash to try to clutch this up,
Tough.
but they just
Well
double
played.
face back in. Ash will take the second kill as well. And there you have it, 10-3. Gen G looking relatively clean here in the
What is
pistol.
this guy
Yeah,
saying?
that might just be the nail in the coffin. Kind of curious if EDG is going to
At 540 mark, the snappy icebox silver guy, you can see why the arrow
I
was
mean, at this
missed on
rate,
the
you're down
attack
by
did not jump
7.
on
I
the
think
barrel.
a forced
Hello,
buy,
my name
you
is
can certainly catch
SnappyX.
Gen G
I'm
off
gonna
guard.
show you best of.
Much in the way that Kong was able to catch Karen off guard, but
See ya.
from there, just things kind of falling apart.
Again,
Wait,
a
this
few
guy's actually
kind of
right.
Spike.
moments here where it looks like EDG might be able to fight their way back into the round, but then just Gen G tightens up.
I think he's
And
actually
There's going to be a
right.
few sheriffs purchased for EDG.
He missed it because he didn't
but
jump on the barrel.
No other buy-ups to speak of. They're just going to try to
We'll
turn
check
the
the clip of
tables
the gameplay,
throughout the rest
but
of
I'm
this, see
pretty
if they
sure he's
can
right.
find a 9-3 of their own, or even better. I mean, they'd have to run a lot in a row if they lose this. But
Oh yeah, be a monstrous comeback. Has been done before. Ash nearly caught there with util
Damn,
in
these
hand.
are
but
kinda
Munchkin
getting
able to
smoked,
just go
man.
ahead and just massacre them here on the B site.
the Guardian God doing it again.
Plant to come in for free off the back of that. Karen clearing out the turret.
Y'all seeing
TP's
nerds and
out
watching
to
a Valorant
reposition.
stream right now?
And
Ironic.
that is just going to be
Shut up,
nobody
you
dead
fucking
as soon
nerd.
as he exits the smoke. No one's going to go pushing into that one, so Smoggy having to backpedal. And it seems like widely, maybe you try to put the Sheriff to use. Really trusting in the aim to get the headshot. Otherwise, there's going to be a re-wrap through over to Snowman, die to the spike.
Also, liking Valorant, like
Wait
being a
and
nerd
see.
is like cool now.
Okay,
It's
well,
hip
they're
and
gonna try to
shit.
pile in under 2,
10
but
years
no
ago,
kills.
being a nerd used to be
CJC
fucking like,
does narrowly.
you know,
Player standing.
you were
Snake
looked
his
down
way
upon.
over,
Now
so he can
everyone,
dive the
everyone
spike
and their
safe,
mother
gets
wants to
ton
be a
of damage on
fucking
the texture,
nerd.
but cannot find that
Try and
kill.
be a
So in the
fucking
end,
nerd. You can't
it's
be a
gonna
fucking nerd. You're
flawless
not one of
anti-eco
us,
here in the
dude.
hands of Gen
We don't
G,
fucking
now
claim
just
you.
2 rounds away from taking this best of 1.
Yeah, I mean, if you drop even one round here as EDG, it's at best overtime. So things
You
get
unironically
pretty
say
dire
hip?
pretty early. And
What the hell?
they have the
Did I?
wherewithal to kind of get some rounds going, get themselves back into this at the very least, maybe get some momentum for their upcoming matches. Who knows? But man, Foxy already 20 kills here in 14 rounds. Goodness gracious.
Who's still not
This
here?
is
Oh, I
around
think
the
it's
time
here.
that Gen G would start choking their leads at Masters Toronto. So if you're EDG, I think you're kind of hoping that ends up being the case again. Saw them drop what, 2-9-3 paths that they had had.
I just chose to forget that.
I think they have as well, because right now they're looking very well tooled.
Yeah, it's hard to see a world where EDG is going to be able to come back into this, and even Kong only a bulldog because they had to buy
Hey,
up.
my food here.
Chichu.
And jiggles out. Damage not going to be suffered.
Oh my god, he's been here for a while, but he's not doing anything.
Kong just
He might be
a little
eating
bit
in front of the
noise drops
crib.
down off pipes.
Imagine I
Foxy
pull
can
up
relay
downstairs,
that.
he's in his car eating my food. This guy's a
What's
savage,
the call
bro.
end up being? EDG looking like they're
He's
going to
been here for a while, but the food's not here.
mid, and this could set up for a bit of an awkward time here for
Wait,
Gen
imagine
G.
pulling up to the spot, eating in front.
Maybe gets a catch, unsure. No, I think they cut through the smoke, but they had to clear it. So Gen G should be somewhat aware of this, I think.
Starting to pivot. Question is, are they ready for texture? Well, yeah, eventually the answer is yes. Smoke blooming. High-low setup here into mid, and that's going to be Ash taken down.
Spike
Spike
down.
quickly going to be
Attacker
scooped up,
spawn.
but the weapon has to be left behind.
30 seconds left.
Player advantage still going to be here in the hands of EDG. Foxy getting rid of the tip of the spear there in Kong. This plant comes
Still
in
not
here
here.
from Khan. Good playing forward on. or
Been
under the
arriving now
rafters, rather.
for an awfully long
Immediately gets flushed out.
time.
Solid opportunity here for EDG now.
Foxy 9 is full HP.
Get through the behemoth that Foxy 9 has been. Slow creep flop, spots out the head. Does get a connection there. Count at the same
Wait,
time. They'll
flank?
find Chichu. Now they know.
Last player
2 of the 3
standing.
players
Oh.
going to be in this position.
Oh my God,
Comes
he had a
down out
chance.
to the open. And Smoggy will be able to collect some damage dealt. Some hurt to the economy, but EDG hold on by a thread.
Well, okay.
There's no crowd for the
Got
first
the
2
job
days.
done there. Pretty nice consideration through mid. Just kind of reading the situation very nicely with not a ton of information being given over. Just a little bit
Fnatic
of a
still not started.
jump peek from Chichu. Kind of gave them the confidence that they needed.
11-4
Start scaling
Genji
their way up
lead
through mid.
aware.
Setting up for this double stack to try to catch the counter rotation from Genji.
Spike
And
planted.
so Genji was aware they weren't ready for that.
One enemy remaining.
What map was that on? Was it on Icebox?
that
It was.
Foxy 9
G2
and
was on
Karan can do
attack.
at that point.
What's that or
A little bit of a clap,
Genji
but
on?
It is going to take a long trek to get back
Oh
into
no,
this
EDG's
game.
on defense.
Genji going to see if they can just end this best
They
of
can't
one
bring it back from
quickly.
defense.
Foxy has a huge push out.
It's not the same.
Hong Kong already
Genji
up in their
was on
mats,
defense.
and he just has to fall
Genji
back
was
into
on
spawn
defense.
and wait this out.
It seems like rather Genji are reading this incredibly well.
Yeah.
Huge amount of respect and
Yeah,
space going to be
G2
given
were on
over.
attack during the comeback.
Foxy potentially at risk though, as the drone will spot him out. And the flank is getting ready to come through. Paranoia now coming in, but Munchkin's there to try to bail
None
him
of these
out.
Valo
Eventually
kids
will
will
be able to go
survive
ahead and
the
line
mecha
spray.
break Welkin 6v6.
Hong Kong now committed in position. Some damage dealt, nobody. Be back in the main. Similarly, able to find that elimination. Foxy 9 just dancing backward here, anticipating. He's gonna come through the cloud burst, but still gets the readjust.
Spike planted.
GC trying to fight them back. Foxy 9 tagged
One
down to
enemy
25.
Ah, it's
But
12.
at the same time, while this is all happening, all the rest of EDG is dead and the spike is planted.
He just bought a ton of time. A little help from Munchkin, but again, just tremendous individual efforts from Foxy 9
They still
are
haven't started.
making
Is my
such a
food
huge
here?
difference in these rounds.
And you can't even say that they really won the
Still
battle.
arriving now?
Kind of stalemated it outside of A, and EDG are certainly losing the war. There's nothing more to be done other than just go for the save. Genji get themselves up to match point here. 12-4, EDG need 8 rounds in a row.
Tall task,
I
to say
actually
the
was
least.
eating my food in front of the house.
And what do you do? What do you do against this? Because Foxy 9 is,
Guess I'll die.
yeah.
It's been in front of my house for 10 minutes.
GG
He's
go
been there
next.
for 10 minutes.
It is just crazy how well he's playing individually. Like, just the decision making in the heat of the moment.
What's he doing out
It's
there?
impeccable.
Die.
I mean, Munchkin there backing him up
Go
initially.
down? It's too
and he
far.
Just reads that reposition.
too far.
Hong Kong nicely keeps himself obscured from nobody.
It's too far to get to the front. It's gonna be
And
5
then
minutes to
just
get to the front, bro.
Plays rope-a-dope. There is very little that EDG has been able to find success with. You know, there are moments in the round where you're like, okay,
What do you
Passive aggressive.
Team Liquid. Things are going to be tricky. Nobody won away from his Hunter's Fury as well, so could try to work your way in towards the orb, see if you can use that.
He's been here
Find
for
some kind of
10
pick.
minutes. He's
Picture there.
eating in front of the
Like
crib.
what he sees.
That's fucking degenerate,
Back
dude.
off.
At least, like, eat it on the drive here. He came here, parked in front of the crib, and he's just eating it.
Is able to go ahead and safely escape as Recon.
He literally drove here, stood in front, he's
too much
eating.
ambiguity about Genji's plan here. They're trying to get a catch, but unable to do so. Ball now falling. Hunter's Fury coming through. Munchkin is eating that to try to keep his position completely unknown.
One enemy
As
remaining.
it's just going to be a
I can't believe this
five-spot
map is
opened
over
up now.
before Fnatic started.
Smoggy tries to clutch it up, but Ash is right there.
Wow.
Another 13-4. This time it's Genji coming out on top, looking electric.
Surprising games today. Paper X had to
fuck
survive
is
versus
happening
Billy
over
Billy in
here?
overtime.
Yeah.
Sentinels lost to BBL in overtime.
Yeah.
KC beat the brakes off of G2.
Hey.
And NRG beat the brakes off of
Where's
Heretics,
my
which is the
food?
most surprising.
We kind of had a
Where's
wild
my
day.
food?
We're waving at Fnatic. They're waving at us. No,
He's not answering my
Niners cannot
messages. Should I
start the
call
game.
him?
I think
Fuck it, I'm calling him. I don't give a fuck.
This is a call regarding your Uber trip or order.
Oh, wait.
Share any
Wait. I don't know if I'm leaking anything. Hold on.
recorded for safety and security purposes.
It's not ringing. His phone doesn't work. How can he deliver the food if his phone doesn't work? It doesn't ring. He read my message. He read my message though.
No se ha grabado nada. Grabe su mensaje después de la señal. Cuelgue cuando haya finalizado.
What?
O si desea seleccionar las opciones de entrega, oprima el símbolo de número.
Hello? He dropped it off. What should we watch while we wait? Turn this shit off? What? Wait, this blue... Ew, this is not good. You guys fuck with Claro or nah?
Trade. So
2 to
if
3
that's gonna
seconds
hold,
before
that'll
we
be a
see
really
them win the
interesting kind of
rounds.
dynamic if that
So
continues to be
unfortunately,
what it
there
is,
is
but that sentinel pressure to exist on the B side.
Still fucking suck.
The hit is all looking to A, so a lot of pressure here to see what Xander wants to do with this.
Why
wall
is it
and what
streaming fucking
Busio
30
goes for it.
pixels?
There we go.
Yeah, I just love the slow orbs from the Sage, especially on the A side when there's so many narrow areas.
Oh
Even
my
that
God, this
wall
stream is
shoe
dog
is just
shit.
gonna make this so difficult. Kayak
This
on the
stream is
top,
dog
already
shit,
finding some early
dude.
contact and an early plant, so now time is on Fnatic's
Yeah,
side.
a little body shot to Bustio. EU looking for the recon dart for the retake. Xander's
Icebox
making his
again,
way
I
over,
know,
so
it
this will all
sucks.
be about how you flood on through, and yeah, just high ground control.
Yep,
for
100 G
FNC.
still fucking sucks. Put the
A little
fries in the
too
bag,
strong
bro.
for Fnatic. Xander fighting back.
Never mind, they got a game on
Isolation
our
gets us
hands.
to a 2v2.
Wait, this retake has potential from EU and Xander. But now, from
player
Fnatic,
standing.
from main, it's Poster that peaks first.
Spoilers.
Alpha with the finish, and Fnatic with the pistol.
Clean.
Why is
And
it so
you're already
choppy?
starting to see what the contact
Oh,
is going to
no.
look like for what 100 Thieves wants to do. You know for pretty much a pretty guaranteed fact that you're going to try to push Fnatic and try
sure
to
they
lower to
know.
A. You just don't want all of that sentinel pressure to exist on the B side in the post plant. So
No,
they're gonna. It
the
looks like they wanna
players
try to force
cheer
some action early over towards green
before the round
make Fnatic
ends.
try to
I don't know how that
execute into
works. Like the
very
stream
tight
is
A side with
behind
really just Sova
what
Jet,
is happening.
and then hope that there's an
But they're
opportunity for you to
cheering
outtrade. So
2 to
if
3
that's gonna
seconds
hold,
before
that'll
we
be a
see
really
them win the
interesting kind
rounds.
of dynamic if that
So
continues to be
unfortunately,
what it
there
is,
is
but here
spoilers.
into what will be just 2 sheriffs, 100
Put it on
Thieves, gonna
60
try to play a little
FPS,
bit of a
bro. It's
firing
not
squad
me, I promise you.
over towards A for some early contact, and they will get at least E
Looks like it's
the
fixing,
orb
though.
at A.
No, it's not.
And Chronicle just spending all those credits to get that wall once again was a huge
We
part
have that
of
everywhere, but it's not that bad. Yeah.
establishing Fnatic, but now
I know,
100D's
like
gonna
we
show
even
up
have it in the
for
studio, but it's like usually
and
half a
it's
second,
Busio,
Pansy.
just a random
But
headshot
over here,
shut
it's like
down
3
the
seconds.
Lurk from Alpha, so Fnatic
To
has
the
to
point
commit
where
to
it's
this.
a
You
little
already got
fucking-
the cryo dash
I mean,
out,
yeah,
so
let's
this
see
could
how
be a
bad it
window
is.
for Fnatic to engage
Pansy's in the chat, by the way.
but kind of waiting for this wall to
Need
expire.
a wave?
EU could be exposed, and Kayak has to be first.
Wait, no wonder we had a
contact.
tech pause.
And
Pansy's in the
Paranoia
area.
is spotted. Kayak, vulnerable,
Now it's all
but
making
at least to
sense.
safety.
And the other thing about 100 Thieves playing the Omen instead of the Gecko is that high ground control is going to be a little bit more free for Fnatic. You don't have the Dizzy to get that blind and push somebody off, so definitely expect to see Kayak continue to play up high like that. And so
This is
far it's been
3v4
a big benefit for
equal
them, but
potential
the
for 100
rotation for Bustio has been
Thieves,
stalled with
2v3.
all this delayed action
Spike
over at
down
A.
A.
Also, is able to trade back 1, and we're going to get 3v2 with Bustio
What
now working on the
happens?
long pinch.
Now with the sniper 2 from Boaster, you got to kind of watch over everything happening, but not
Wait,
gonna
why
be
are people
as fun
yelling
when you
like that?
have
What's
to
happening? Who's
approach
yelling?
Up close and personal. Now with the spike down, this looks pretty cooked.
Why do I
especially
feel like I'm at a
Bustio could
fucking-
develop more of a flank, and he kind of jump peeks, I guess, so just gets caught.
And nice shot from Boaster, also tags EU.
Boaster's
so
looking
this defense
sharp?
started to become a little bit more flimsy.
Oh, it's the other game that we hear?
But Austin has found a vandal.
Do we hear the
makes
other
good use
game?
of it, and with 15 seconds remaining, Boaster's going to run out of time here. He's got to go quick.
Everyone's pretty low, and this is going to be a much better gun to handle the job.
Good
But with
recon.
8 seconds left, and Boaster not going to be spotted quite yet. Now just the mind games would like to keep this weapon, but EU's going to peek him first, and Boaster just has to sneeze on him.
Wow,
But
they
either
got
way,
decoed.
100 Thieves will take that one.
That's a brilliant round for 100 Thieves, and it really is kind of starts and not necessarily ends with the little 1v1 between the Killjoys, but Boostio finding that pick onto Alpha makes Fnatic a little bit panicky because you don't know if there's going to be a long play around the back. You also don't want to just flat out commit to A, where
I mean, I don't know exactly what
100
happened there,
expecting
but
you.
they fucking
So
ecoed
they
them.
kill Noise, they kill the clock, and they're trying to pull 100 Thieves around.
They got
but
a Phantom and a
Boostio
Vandal.
just gets a little bit more aggressive, steps through B, and then there's just
Fnatic.
never any room for Fnatic to actually commit to the execute. So really solid stuff there, just resulting into a first blood on the opposite side of the map.
And there's just got to be some adjustments from Fnatic, because on Pistol they got 8 completely for free and had time to set up sage walls
That
and
smoke
put
is
Kayak
kind
in
of annoying.
positions.
Oh,
But
Kayak
with 100
opener on
Thieves
Boostio?
being a lot more aggro, getting these first bloods, it was good. But
If
now
you
it's
listen
Fnatic.
closely
The ball
enough,
is
you
in
could
their
almost
court after
hear
that pick on
Boostio talking
And
to
you
his
can already
teammates.
see, like, again, the establishment from that little triple peek and the pistol from 100 Thieves at green has Fnatic looking to kind of put early pressure in different parts of the map. This time over the middle
Listening?
does result into a nice first blood for them to work with in a limited purchase after losing the anti-eco. But this is what we talked about kind of in our very long preamble. Fnatic wants to slow the game down. They
Weren't
want to make
Fnatic
you
really
consider
good on
what the
Icebox?
options could
Or
be,
was it their
and then
permaban?
they'll try to hit you with surprise. But 100 Thieves
No,
again are
they were
predicting
good, I thought.
correctly.
Hey, Xander.
Didn't they play really
He's
well
gotta hold
Icebox?
this down, and he's been an explosive
I'm
player
trying
in
to
the
remember at
past.
Toronto.
And even have a molly to slow things down against Fnatic, who are going to use some info util, especially from that Sova, to see what's up close. But Xander does get spotted
That's
from
tough.
that dart, and he will be gone for good. And at least that stage going to seal things off to get a safe plant going for Fnatic.
Yeah, that's a really great offensive wall
30
to get
seconds.
that recon dart backside yellow where no one
30
could deny it.
seconds
So really
What's
good stuff
happening
on
here?
Fnatic now with the numbers.
How
Should
the
be good
fuck,
for a
man?
plant and a 5v2.
Kyle's dead.
Especially with the Viper util in place, Fnatic have...
5v2.
It's just going to be
Save.
another day at the office with how they're
EU?
able to set things up on offense. 100 Thieves that almost have
Observer,
to be,
show me
bit
EU.
proactive. Which
Now
I
back
think
to
Xander,
fucking
that was what he was
Asuna.
trying to do until the recon caught him.
No, he was able to find one. It gives him a chance to try to fight this off just a touch.
Do we
but
save?
trying to re-clear yellow and then deeper, trying to get into green is not easy to do. There's the one-way smoke to try to give maybe an angle for 100 Thieves to work with on this post plant. Recon dart.
Guys,
Pushes
really?
him back for a moment. There's the follow-up, though, and an opportunity to put some pressure on towards the spike. Nano and a shock dart comes through. EU pushing.
Wow,
shut
Alfear is
down by
aware.
Alpha, and it's all just down to Asuna, who's not going
Nice
to have enough
try.
time to make this happen.
Good stabilization from Alpha, and 100 Thieves maybe had a chance when he took out Chronicles, no res opportunity, who already
we hate
has
watching
it.
here?
So great job from Fnatic to really waste a lot of time and get set up before 100 Thieves could kind of realize what was happening.
Yeah, and
100
this is another
Thieves?
moment where
Both?
we're going to really kind of get the intention for what these teams have already built against each other in this little chess game, you know, very shortly here. Because, again, Fnatic have not...
That was a
really
hero
primed to play towards B
Phantom.
early.
2
They're gonna
rifles
use this Viper wall
from
to hit
Fnatic
their
and they
lane
convert.
if they want to. And
Outlaw
then
out
put
on
the
Kayak.
pressure
Been
either
seeing a lot of
early A
outlaws
or
today.
What we saw in that last round. Show a little bit of force through middle.
Cryo
You know,
yet to
have
get his
100 Thieves
first
be a
kill
little
yet.
more uncomfortable
Don't
with
need
their
him.
ability to rotate across the map. But this round here, not going to purchase into anything. Austin will have the one rifle. It'll be 4 classics.
What is
so
this?
They got
Oh
hero rifle action
my
for 100
God.
Thieves, and Kayak will start things off with
Oh my
hero rifle will
God.
be punished on the aggressive play, and Fnatic should be looking good for a third.
Getting knives is cool, and 100 Thieves at least trying to fight for that orb because you have 2 people away from their ult. At least mainly EU would have been the one you could have worked towards, but big
Bunker.
punish out of Kayak. And Fnatic have liked to buy those snipers in these sort of half buy or full buy scenarios, whether it's the Marshal or now the Outlaw. So Fnatic look good and now can even get more orbs now that they're going to plant.
Yeah, it's just, and again, you know, looking at what this composition is for Fnatic and what they've done in the past, their offensive side has found just as much success as what they do defensively. But a lot of the
He had
success
max
they
orbs,
find in
but
their
fuck it,
post
I
plant
guess.
comes by way of planting here at B.
This should
It's
be a
just
save
so
on the
tough to
Vandal,
work through a
surely.
Viper screen.
Did
And then you
NRG
have
win?
a
They
barrier
stomped
orb
Heretics, I'm
and
not
a
gonna
potentially
lie.
slow
Like
orb behind
13-4,
that.
right?
It's just so difficult to get to the post
I
plant.
don't
if
know,
it's set
man.
up over
NRG
towards
win was
yellow.
kinda crazy.
The other side
I
of
was
this, with
surprised.
100 Thieves not
I
playing the
actually
get-go,
thought Heretics would
it
win
means
that.
Kayak is going to
But
have free
it's new
reign,
NRG, so-
at least in his mind, to play up top on things like green and yellow
That's
or
the
over
truth.
towards 410
Heretics
on
have
the
been
A side of the
sucking,
because you don't have the dizzy to push them
which
off
I
that
get.
space. So, you know,
I think I
I'm
get
still
stuck in the
anxious to see
past too
what the
much. I
call
think that's
is
the
and why
problem with me,
Asuna
dude.
switches over to the Omen here,
Like,
and we haven't really gotten an
I think
indication for what that
sometimes
provides outside
I
of
don't
an
think
extra
enough
flash.
about
So,
teams'
see
current
in
form,
terms of how 100
and I get
Thieves use
stuck
this
on their
composition
glory
to
days.
counteract what is going to be
Because in
a
my
very
mind,
heavy
Heretics,
Kayak offensive
like,
side.
no matter what, I'm still thinking of
Easy
them
farm down
being
towards
really
the
fucking good.
Hunter's Fury.
But they haven't been
Kayak is
playing
just
that
farming
good.
kills, so
But it's
that's
hard for me to
great.
process that. I don't know why.
Fnatic can build momentum from here on out, so it's 100 Thieves that how do you put up that aggression on a map like this?
Yep.
Like, it's a very
Offs out
large
on
map,
Cryo.
and it's been a lot of B concentration, but trying to catch Fnatic before they get set up is important.
And I think the part of that is getting Cryo an operator. We're in round 5, and he's finally able to purchase one after an 0-4 start. We talked about it a bit in the preamble towards this match.
Let's see how he gets
the
the
pick. If they have a hot
pick.
start, Cryo is no stranger to pulling it out in round 3. As soon as he can afford it, he's going to pop it. But now we have a little bit of a sniper v sniper battle. Knives are out this time
That is
for
annoying.
Kayak. Hunter's Fury going to be called in from the offensive side. Or pardon me, that is from EU
Oh my
side.
God,
Beg your
Bucio?
pardon. That's down the middle of the map, and 100 Thieves will use
They
that
got
as a
spotted,
chance to
two of
step
them.
forward, but they don't see what they want. So now you're backing up and splitting this defense
Whoa,
up.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah, nice
whoa, whoa.
2-1-2 as Fnatic get the dashes going from Kayak, and with the Outlaw, it'll be awkward. Maybe you can
Based
trade
off
that
of what
with
I see,
someone,
Fnatic
but
are about
you
to
kinda
roll
wanna
them.
see if Xander's around
Early
this yellow
days, though, I'm
box
jumping the gun.
area. Recon is still available from
Big
Crashies, and they're
out
just
of
going to go
Fnatic.
off a contact play,
That's
and they
big
wipe
out of
100
Fnatic.
Thieves from B.
And honestly, for 100 Thieves,
They have
unless
stage res too.
EU can find
Chronicle
one
can
to
res,
stop
no?
this plant
Spike
or stop
planted.
the exit, you're probably going to save here.
Shouldn't
You have
Chronicle
no
res?
idea where Alpha is. EU's been pushed off the angle up top. Now Asuna has found the pick through mid. You've
Why
got
is he
the
not
operator
resing?
for
I'm
Cryo on the
confused
backside
as
of the side,
fuck.
So maybe a chance to
Res
break this
me,
down.
buddy,
Can he
res.
scout anything out with this Aldrone?
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. I
Possible
love
now
you.
with the Resurrect, but time is certainly running out. So
I think he was waiting for
Fnatic
Viper Wall, though.
just have to protect this for as long as they can. He did hear that teleport. Asuna, Paranoia, Crashy's playing around safety around the box and shooting through, and Kayak tries to assist.
big.
They'll have to
3v2.
trade now. 3
Oh,
versus
big
2.
kill.
It's
Oh,
up to
Chronicle
Cryo,
kill both.
and he won't be able to keep the op.
Yeah, that's tough scenes.
Too easy?
And I get it because you get the opening pick from Asuna, so you're going to try to commit. You also have the op locking down that long angle to stop the shoulders through
0-5, don't
But
start this, bro.
Simply
Don't be
put, there
weird.
just isn't enough retake utility available for them to get around the back. Maybe there's a moment there where you have Asuna getting into yellow, that paranoid that does connect. And you have the ability for Crowd to hold off and make
NA
sure that
worst
Crashes
region or
is
what?
isolated. But him spamming through the corner of the box, finding the headshot, is pivotal towards making sure that
Cypher
retake
cam?
stays safe. And now you're up 4-1. 100 Thieves are back to a save. And
What am I
this has
sipping
just
on,
not been a
codeine?
good first start to 100 Thieves have.
And it's slow for sure, and kind of wondering if that extended pause, you know, they come in usually with a lot of hype and a lot of energy.
Attack off. Alpha is still
Having
opping
to
on
be iced
fucking
out, as the
attack.
Canadians would say, and Alpha at least kicks things off after getting
Cryo's in the
last
server.
round, but that's
It's
traded.
5v5
so
now. We have a
Fnatic are having
chance.
to slow push this, or at least just keep their op activated here of Alpha, but he's gonna kind of bring
Juggle
that
it out,
towards
yep.
spawn, but the spike's now heading to A.
Wow.
Yeah.
Min-max. Look at Omen, look at Omen, look at Omen.
Over towards A as well.
Oh.
Asuna trying to get aggressive on the backside of the play. There's
What
an
now?
opportunity, maybe Pence's with the EU to get the isolation on
No
Alpha,
way.
who had a little bit of trouble juggling initially. I thought he was
Spike
maybe going to
planted.
throw the op over the edge, but not the case. And hold on a second. 100 Thieves are finding a couple of key eliminations. Alpha is completely isolated.
Oh
No
my
smoke connects.
God.
Asuna with the trade, but the round becomes very difficult.
He's like
from here
Kenny
in
S
1v2
circa
post-plant.
2014.
Hey, that was a lot for Alpha to handle, and just the amount of delay, a lot of information, counting numbers, and now
This is
it's
winnable.
the teleport. That's going to kind of mess up the awareness from Fnatic of where did Asuna go, and a 1 versus 2, definitely possible for someone like him, and just juggling and jumping on the high ground. Chronicle
I like
gets
it.
the win.
Yeah, that's.
I
not
hate
bad
it, but
from
I love
100
it.
Thieves' perspective, you get a couple of kills in return, but largely speaking, Fnatic are fine. Obviously, going up 5-1 with the bank accounts that they've already.
I
been
hate
able
it,
to
but at the
build.
same time, I love
Now
it.
you have a lockdown in play. No way to counter it, as EU is very far away from Hunter's Fury. Cryo's got knives, but really, I think if you're with a Viper or a Sage, you know, in terms of a post plant. So it's been a lot of problems right now for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and the only round that 100 Thieves won
100
was
Thieves jerseys
when
looking
they
nice?
had
Yeah, it's
3
the only
on
thing
the
looking
A
nice right
site,
now, not gonna
when
lie.
Fnatic previously had A completely for free.
low-hanging fruit,
then
but we're
Fnatic
gonna fucking
adjusted
go ahead and
have
rock
been
with
win
it.
streaking ever since.
All right,
so it's
5-1.
100 Thieves have been
No op on
winning
100
a
Thieves
round
off the
of
pause.
a surprise and off of not even a full buy. So I think this was a good timeout call there from Coach Zix for 100 Thieves to just kind of point out these small mistakes and see what the game plan is going
3B
forward.
and
You can see
Fnatic are going
Fnatic
A.
are very aware of the potential of that orb being forced into A. They commit an early slow orb just to make sure that that orb stays safe. The one towards B is pretty much a non-factor, at least in the
Who's
eyes
the
of Fnatic,
best
who have now made
looking
their way to 410.
franchise
and the Aldrum will
team?
get a little bit of a deeper scale as they make their way onto site. And
Who?
the
Which
lockdown will
franchise
guarantee
team
it.
mugs? all other franchise teams.
That'll be nice to just get a plant going. There is some
like hot.
delay here from 100
Who has the
Thieves,
hottest franchise team?
There's only so much Busio can do, and he's one away from his own. And yeah, Kayak's like, yeah, someone's there, and that's kind of the jump that
I
he's
think
been doing
Fnatic's
quite
a
a few
contender.
times, and 100 Thieves haven't been able to punish it, whether they come through the back
Who
door
else?
or even from screens.
Planted.
Now this is interesting because 100 Thieves playing off this long pinch are going to try to pull
Maybe
people over to
Loud?
Busio's
Who's on
direction.
Loud?
Trade in the back line. Alpha still got the operator out. Needs to connect
Wait,
to the Hearst
C1?
is able to. Can he get more than that? No. And now the focus has to go back over towards Busio's direction. They need to set up this pinch. They need to get it quickly.
Yeah, 100 Thieves have been very flank heavy, and Alpha will call that out. And Fnatic can try to focus
The fuck is
on
Busio
this
hungover?
lurker. Busio is removed, and Fnatic just take
What was
this
that?
one step at a time, and it's all up to EU. And the high and low, too much for him to handle. And Fnatic
I want
continue to
Busio
stomp through the 100
breathalyzer
Thieves.
tested.
Yeah,
Because
not
low
good.
key he's looking a little
Now
fucking
you're down to
hungover.
timeout. You're
Or
gonna be
drunk.
on cryo knives
If
in
he's
this next
hungover, he
round,
needs to
which is gonna
drink.
be a limited purchase. And Fnatic are just getting away with everything that they want right now. You've got another res ready for Chronicle, who's at a staggering.
No joke, if I'm on
9-3.
100 Thieves, I'm passing him a
Viper's fit to
fucking
make the post plant a little bit more dangerous. Plus you have
Modelo.
Crashies who can counter out a lockdown.
This guy
from
can't shoot
Busio.
for
It's
shit
just
sober.
Not a lot of things going right at the moment for
In
100
Saudi, you
Thieves.
get
Cryo
arrested?
has not
My
been
bad.
allowed to do anything, which is always a problem spot when you talk about 100 Thieves in any sort of a matchup. But just kind of, again, to discuss it, they have been playing a Gecko in this composition since the beginning of the year. So for them to just throw in an Omen as a way to make you
We're from
believe that
America,
they have
though,
something
like,
up their sleeves in
we
terms of
didn't know.
counteracting Fnatic on one of their best
I'm
maps
sure
this year.
Busio travels with a bottle of
It's just not
Fireball.
showing
Like, there's
up.
no way he's just showing up there
I think Alpha's
empty-handed.
just been such a fantastic anchor to be able to call out those flanks, and especially the amount that 100
Can I
Thieves
have
are
VIP? No, you
committing
can't
to
have
those
VIP
flanks. It's not
Kane
just
Pass
a
the
single
fucking
person.
hacks.
It's multiple, and maybe you would need like Austin on the front lines or more of that utility to push through the front and leave maybe one on that flank, or even just no flank at all, especially if Alpha.
Kane Zero, me
is
and you
gonna
should
call
be
that
in
out.
these fucking matches here, but
heard
instead
the
we're playing
knives
ranked with a
pulled
bunch
out,
of
I believe, from
dickheads. What do you think
Cryo.
about that?
Oh, yeah, he's got him out. Never mind. I just must have missed the sound cue. Aldrin over the top, trying to give a little bit of space for Crowd to move forward. Looking for a peek. Doesn't like the look of it. Dashes away. So now the mobility for Cryo is hampered, and he's going to have to hit some shots as the hit looks pretty imminent towards this A site as soon as they decide they want to hit the triggers for it.
Just such a stacked economy too
Why's
from
our audio so
Fnatic
low?
going up against pistols. So 100 Thieves got to get their heads above water, especially post timeout. It's not going to be this round, but yeah, you never know. 100 Thieves have gone
Who's
through
still
worse.
dead?
They reverse swept MIBR. They're capable of anything, surely, right? But Fnatic are just front and center. Knives out from Cryo. Chronicle brings back.
Good wall.
Has Res
There we
again?
go. Now we're getting the res go.
How?
Just kind of blocks that off, so you know for
Back!
the angle plus a little bit of spam through the Radiant Nightbox will work out for another.
Back!
Nice snap from Chronicle.
Fuck, he's coming up on third
And
res.
It is just all Fnatic all the time. Xander drops 7-1 the tally.
They allowed to stream this shit on fucking Twitch?
This is the form that we saw from Chronicle
TOS,
at
no?
Masters, and
You guys
we're
are
so
getting
excited
fucked.
that he's bringing that out in that map, especially after the extended pause, not losing any momentum. I mean, 7-1, it only builds up from here. You were facing the pistols from 100 Thieves. Now that they're able to buy up, you're going for another op, though, from Cryo, and if you're going to invest all, it has to, right?
This just has to work for 100 Thieves. A lot of it funnels through Cryo. He just has to be in a spot where he can hit shots. 100 Thieves will give him a little bit more isolation here as the Viper's Pit is deep at green.
They're getting
which either
fucking
force a lot
demolished.
of early
Is NA on
utility,
the
which is
down
an
and down
alarm
right now
system
for
100 Thieves and
Valorant?
Fnatic are making their way to try to clear that, or you're setting up Cryo to take his angle.
Well, no, we were in
and
the
hopefully win his
finals
first shot,
of-
and then hopefully beyond that win the round. But
Yeah, 100 Thieves also had a deep
Soul.
recon at A, so they're kind of pivoting towards
Right.
mid, thinking, okay, we don't have eyes on
then we won
Kitchen,
Madrid.
we don't know what's happening in mid, and we're expecting Fnatic
So, it's
to
not that
really
bad, I
change
guess.
things up. And here is Kitchen.
Got
Alpha
top 4 and top 6.
already breaking that
at,
down. Boostio removed, and 100 Thieves are on the perimeter.
I mean, just look at what this has done.
Toronto?
Like, you don't
What
see
about
any contact
Thailand?
at A, so Cryo just doesn't want to sit on the backside of A. You know that there's gonna be some pressure through mid,
No,
but
it's
he's in such a
Thailand.
weird spot. And now you're gonna. This is awesome. This is so well done
It's
by
Thailand,
Fnatic.
what am I saying?
You pop a Viper's Pit on
I
the
mixed
middle
it
of
up, I
the
mixed it up,
map.
it was
It allows you
Thailand.
free entry
It's
to B if
Bangkok,
you
we got
want
the
it, but
final,
you're
sorry.
still lurking at A at the same time. You catch him on rotation. It's just
GTT
chef's kiss
won.
right now from Fnatic. They could do no wrong. Cryo able to put a little bit of a linchpin under this rotation in, and then
Raid's
follow up with
waking
a
up.
second. But he gets traded, and it's gonna be a 3v2.
Planted.
Yeah, Fnatic with the fake was real cool, but that op, I think, dwindled down the forces of Fnatic, and 100 Thieves have to pull out
Chronicle
a win here,
1v2.
and it's all up to Chronicle.
What the
And
fuck?
Cryo just did so much work.
What the LeBron
100 Thieves
James?
really pulling this round together after investing their pit and having to go up
I heard
against that
Bustio.
Chronicle up.
I heard
and couldn't
Bustio.
finish off the second. What, 36 HP for Xander? He's nuts.
That
What the
was
Halliburton?
tight.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I gotta stop reading chat.
lifeline in the mix for 100
I'm
Thieves.
sorry.
Cryo maybe shakes a little bit of the cobwebs off, hitting those 2 shots backside of his spawn. But the impressive part kind of goes off camera, where it's just the couple of 1v1s that 100 Thieves have in weird spots, they end up connecting on. So, okay, if you can exit this half with 4, you're going to be feeling like you stole one away if you're 100
Oh,
Thieves,
wow,
considering
save.
how this half has gone to this point. You're going to be able to get the operator back into play. You still got the lockdown at ready. So there's a lot of tools available for 100 Thieves to try to get this defense going again. But, you know, again, this just feels like one of those moments of, can you continue to find success with Cryo?
I think 100 Thieves are also trying to be more aware of top screens and
Chronicle's
how
like, I had him.
Fnatic have liked to take that
Guys,
high ground
like,
around
yeah,
that
you
area
did.
to watch over.
The vibes on
Whether
Fnatic
the
seem so
spike
good.
planter or just get
But to
the
be
high
fair,
ground in general.
when
So
you're
100 Thieves are
winning,
starting to get
vibes
some
are always
punishes,
great.
But that's just one round, so don't want to build up too much hope yet. We'll see what Xander can do over at Yellow Box, kind of go for these solo plays. You want to make something happen for
Althier's
Crash.
been
He's
loving
with a
this attack
recon or
off.
something, and there
Wow.
is a double kill. Good swing, great timing.
He gets everything you could possibly want. A 1-for-2 exchange at front green is massive. Lockdown going to be called for the defense. Aldro, Nano Swarms, giving you the intention this is still going to be a plant, and Boaster will commit, but he
Alpha
uses it to
died.
follow up the kill to make sure
the
Yellow
fuck?
stays a bit more compromised. Boaster has to hold his ground on top of the site as he will be detained. Is there a rundown for the knife? Is there a rundown? Are they going to get there? The shock dart will do it.
Oh my god. Yeah, he just really wanted that kill when he could have gotten out of the lockdown, but hey, 100 Thieves, that was a huge lockdown, kind of an awkward decision that Fnatic had to make. Definitely had time to plant, but to get the kill, to plant and escape, if just a couple more inches around the corner, maybe he would have been safe. But yeah, fantastic shock dart out of EU.
Yeah, and there's a level of conditioning there that I think Fnatic are saying, okay, it's just always, it's like, unless they're going to contest us
Fnatic
with multiple
timeout.
members at green, it's only going to be Xander.
Starting to feel the
who's playing on
pressure.
the B site. So they get that pick, and that's why I think they make the commitment call of let's just still push into B and go for the plant.
Why is
Worst
everyone
case
rubbing their
scenario,
hands?
Lockdown comes through. The problem is they're not able to exit safely back to green again, thanks to the quick rotation out of 100 Thieves. But that's kind of Fnatic learning their lesson from, honestly, maybe a bit of the pistol, where
He plays with
they
a ring on
outtrade,
his
they get to a spot where they're in even
keyboard
numbers,
hands.
and they don't feel committed to being able to get onto the A site. Now they're sitting here saying, we got the one defender that we know for a fact at B. Let's just take our numbers advantage, play for a post plant where our comp really shines. But 100 Thieves starting to warm up a little bit here. Get a couple of key 1v1 wins that have allowed things to start to turn the tides of these last 2 rounds. Big
Hey,
shout out to
Kayak's
Xander in
got
that last one.
the.
It was looking really dire when
The
you're down like,
sleeve.
what, 7-1 if you're 100 Thieves, and just to be able to take a timeout and go 2 for 2
That
after
Can
that. It
used
speaks
for-
to the resilience that they're not a team that gets tilted anymore. They've
For his wrist,
built a lot
right?
of maturity over the years, and going up against a tough team, you just
KC
can't be
tape, what does that
intimidated.
do
You
again?
gotta adapt and overcome. You can't give up in the half no matter how late it's getting. So
Correct. Yeah.
good timeout 2 for Fnatic to get back into the driver's seat.
May as well. Crowd's going to get back into the operator again. Hunter's Fury still at the ready for both squads. Rez is at the ready for Chronicle.
Nothing for him.
Kayak will have knives if he feels like he needs it,
You think he put it on because it looks cool?
which he says he does. Looking for an aggressive play over towards the orb, if we can catch that. Yep, here we go. Asuna in a little bit of trouble. Hunter's Fury to follow up. They get
What?
the connection, and then just a quick shot from Kayak
What the
with
teamwork?
knife to have first blood and the A site.
What?
Very vulnerable as he's able to find more. EU with the shutdown, but a mere consolation prize as this will be a very vulnerable site.
Yeah, Fnatic just played that site so well. Just the same thing of getting Kayak on top of the
Boasty.
screens, playing really fast, and 100 Thieves
Holy
trying to punish. I
shit.
like that poke from EU too, from the back door, but now all the pieces are set from Fnatic. It's just
Double
impossible for
peek.
Xander to do anything. So Fnatic, post timeout, got back
Oh,
on
they got
their
owned
high
this
horse.
round. Wow.
And their high horses hit him and hit him
Wow.
hard. We got knives. Let's just dive on in, play through A orb.
Last round before the
Let's not fiddle around. And it works out nicely. So last round of the half, purchase will be a little less than comfortable for 100 Thieves. Sheriff and a Judge are going to be in the mix here, but you can make that work on the defensive side. I think it's just Fnatic, again, to just control the tempo of how this map is being played right now. They're getting a lot of space. They're taking it. They're also getting a solid read of what 100 Thieves are stacking one side or
Oh
the
my
other, whether
God.
that be that triple stack that we've seen a couple times tomes towards green, or if they're just putting a lot
Real
of
ones
members
remember
on
the
top of
EU
A site,
Icebox
which
ult.
Again, this dark
With
cover
Silva
would lead you to believe
on
that there's
snow.
some kind of cheekiness, but how about Xander?
Wait, a judge
Just
kill.
runs forward towards green with the judge. Finds Crashing, Hunter's Fury, trying to get a little bit of action onto Boaster as they continue to ping him
Boaster's
out.
dodging it.
They're not able to
As
find
he's
the
been
kill.
fight.
They only get the weapon upgrade.
Boaster dodged
I
it
don't know if they have
mid-fight.
the ping on Boostio, so even if you're trying to push the judge, which you don't want to do in that tight hallway, you're going to lose to that, or you're going to lose at range to Boostio if he surprises you. So Fnatic trying to close this
Wait,
half strongly.
the
as they already
third res
are.
is half?
Crackle with the res, and
Oh my
now
god.
you're trying to see how far back did Xander fall. And if he gets one more kill, then he could just kind of pit off.
Wait, he got
Steve
the
if he
judge
wants.
that he died
They do
to.
have an op, though.
Crash
to
just
Fnatic,
picked up the
so
judge he
again, that
died to.
recon dart allows for that op angle to be taken. Xander, yep, will also be isolated backside of yellow with a little bit of pre-fire from Fnatic. And that will, of course, make 100 Thieves have to react defensively. So pressure now back to Cryo, as he's going to be the only
Boostio?
defender on the A site. Asuna just making sure nothing happens over towards A. He does have a paranoia to help out his homie, but he only has a stinger, so tough pretense here in terms of how you lock down this A site with just the two of them.
Yeah, Xander doesn't want to give up yellow blocks because as soon as you give up B, there's
30
just no
seconds, they have to
retaking
go through
against
the smoke.
Fnatic. They've really struggled. So Xander is trying to get more help, and Boostio's playing a double up with him over there. But now you get to see the power of the Omen, and especially the Stinger with the paranoia just enabling himself. But Fnatic trade that out, and especially with the slow
God.
orbs and the judge where the sun don't shine, Fnatic are going to have a strong half.
Yeah, 9-3 curse, NA cope.
Yup.
Might have to be. EU hearing Boaster tip-tap away over at mid. Also has the barrel here onto Alpha. No,
Damn,
only
Boasty.
gets the one. So yeah, 9-3 is
9-3, they got fucking owned. That was the fastest half ever.
It's
Was that
one
not
of
the
those things, you're
fastest
in a
half
best of
ever?
one, and I understand, like,
That was like a 7-minute
you're
half.
looking to finesse
Does
when
anyone
you get the
agree?
schedule over the field, or and as we get to
Whose
the
hole?
offensive side,
What hole?
you got to think about, when are we spending our dark covers? Are we using those as a way to control the backside of these offensive sites? And can we paranoia?
Maybe the Omen from the 100 Thieves is going to shine more on offense, go through all these walls, and really pressure these tight areas around A. All depends kind of, they want to see that early presence from
9-3.
Fnatic and not be too overly aggressive, not show their cards yet. But, oh, look at Kayak, he's so close, and he's caught by Xander, and not expecting 100 Thieves to
Fighting back?
just show themselves this late.
Spike down A.
Not
Crashy's
worked out,
double
just, again,
agent?
getting a read of the situation. We can kind of hear it from behind us. They're
Boaster?
saying push, 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 push.
Oh
get in
my
there.
god, your fat ass is
Make
sticking
sure he
out.
doesn't exit into sight behind this toxic screen. But 2v4, some damage hit right now on 100 Thieves.
Oh,
I hear
Boaster,
Asuna getting
he didn't
excited.
even get that kill.
I hear
He got
Asuna getting
Boostio down
excited.
to 24, and just thought that 100 Thieves had
You hear
left the
that?
site, but bad read, and it's just Alpha that has to put damage in. But hey, 100
I can hear
Thieves
Asuna in the
cooked
background
something
getting
special
excited
off
after they got the
pistol.
kill.
The kind of delayed approach made it look like they were going through B or mid, and now it's Fnatic that lose.
Yeah, that's just patience is a virtue 101 for 100 Thieves. Fnatic's the one that's trying to throw a curveball in early, see if they can catch off 100 Thieves before they execute onto A, not make any sound with that little walk down in towards main of A, but yeah, it just doesn't fully work out. Lots of rounds to play with, though, if you're Fnatic. I kind of like the idea of just throwing a curveball there in that opening pistol,
pie.
because if you win it, you pretty much guarantee the map. But now you're 9-4. Again, the question mark is going to be, I'm actually interested that Cryo goes into a rifle here. Often he would just kind of upgrade into a Sheriff or hold on to a Sheriff and then try to get to a round 3 operator, but not the case, so see what we get.
You got Kayak on the high ground. Once the smoke dissipates, could do damage. 100 Thieves. See if they're ready for it. You don't have Xander lurking around. They're just
This is
all
a big
committed
investment
for
on
this,
bonus
So I don't know if
from 100 Thieves. 4
gonna have
Vandals.
Alpha push through. There is going to be that turret that marks them. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves are getting information on Kayak, who's going
And
to
they're
be in
walking into a
safety, but
stack.
there's more around the corner, and Fnatic are kind of separated from each
shot.
other, not in positions to really trade.
misses
and
dash.
Cryo messes up his dash and
And
gets
there's the
revealed
kill.
through the smoke, so he
Alfier
goes down.
1v3
Not
with
the
a
cleanest,
Bucky
but
on
still should
flank.
be a solid round for 100 Thieves.
He's
Yeah,
good.
unless Alpha can get into distance and range
But this
with
feels like a
Bucky
lot.
or find a weapon on the ground. This
Oh,
will likely be
this
3
is-
rifles.
this is the shit I
saved
tune in
going into the
for.
bonus here for 100
This is
Thieves,
rage
which is
bait.
potent to be sure. But Alpha's looking for exits on the backside of the site, which could provide something depending on the direction that Austin and Xander want to go. But with EU pushed up, you figure that their exit will be forward instead of backwards. So we'll see.
100 Thieves have a lot of ground to make up for how that first half went, and at least this composition is starting to show how it shines on offense and not just being overly aggressive. You don't have to kind of overcook. It's just these paranoias, just putting Cryo in the right positions. And Fnatic gonna have to fight back again.
100 Thieves,
I don't
mounting.
These first 2 rounds, I don't want to say that they're moot in terms of the
Wait.
playbook is concerned, but
W
honestly,
holds?
You synopsis by saying Fnatic tried something
And W
weird in the
release.
opening pistol with that walk down with the 3-man, didn't work, and then you're just stuck against rifles. So, I mean, this will be the round that we'll really start to see because this bonus is going to feel like a full purchase here with 100 Thieves finding that plant and the success that they were able to keep 3 rifles in hand. So
this is a
now
very
we're
strong
really get an
bonus
idea
round
in
for
terms of what is Fnatic going to try to
Thieves.
default with? Do they play reactionary? Try to play more of something on the backside of these sites, especially considering that 100 Thieves are going to be looking to use Cryo on high ground to try to win at A. They don't really have the greatest of compositions in terms of getting B plant without Gecko being there. You look at the wingman to be that guy. So
Okay, here we go.
we'll see what 100 Thieves can, try to muster, try to stretch out this Fnatic defense and try to keep the Sentinels a bit split.
Yeah, this could be a big comeback for 100 Thieves, and now just using this Viper wall to kind of creep up and get closer to where Boaster was. And the difference between Xander and Boaster is that Boaster's not going to be stubborn about holding that yellow box. He could just kind of play the distance battle. Now with this wall back up, 100 Thieves should go for a plant.
Kill?
And Alpha just
Cryo's
spams from
dead,
up top
unlucky.
through the toxic screen. Painful
What?
stuff. Asuna scaling deep to Snowman, though.
Look where
is
he's
big.
planning.
This is a huge post-plant position.
Look at Asuna, he's
You can see
yelling, he's
Fnatic are
yelling.
still holding the backside of the site. They recognize that this is going to be an aggressive push through, but
Dude, their
Xander and
comms are
Lucio
so
still collect,
crazy, chat.
and Chronicle
Their
and
comms
Crashes
are
in some
so
trouble,
crazy.
And they may just back off this.
It's like they're in a
What a deep play
war.
too from 100 Thieves.
You
And
guys
now
see their
Fnatic are
comms right now?
realizing
They're
the dangers
legit
of giving
turbo
up that yellow
coming.
box is
It's working.
you're going to be having to retake from Snowman, and 100 Thieves are not
Crash
even
is
going to let
saving
you
because he wants us to
think
win.
of that,
W
because they
Crashes.
just kept pushing, and now this
6-9.
is the 100 Thieves
Nice.
offense we know and love.
Yeah, and that's the thing I was kind of hesitant to say without really seeing Asuna on this Omen before. But if you're utilizing and you're finding an opening win somewhere, you got a 5v4, you able to win like the close corners, whether that be at B yellow
Bang.
or up towards 410 at A, you can save your dark covers, throw them deeper, walk or teleport into them with a deep paranoia on the other side to stop the cross, and then you can scale one step further than maybe you're used to.
I
So,
personally
100
think-
Thieves looking like they want
well,
to
like, the thing
execute
is,
off
like,
that principle. Can they just
Every team has their
overwhelm
own style,
at B
but I
main
think like
or over towards 410 a day, get those deep dark covers, get into
if
those
it's
dark
too
covers, throw a
chaotic, I
deep
think it's too
paranoia, and then
much.
set up a deeper
But like you would
post
think like
expect,
Navi and
'cause
CS even
playing
like those
into
guys
a
were fucking
reactionary
yelling at each
squad,
other at the
the
top
last
of their
thing you want
lungs
is these Sentinels to get their utility
while
down
they
to
were
kind of,
winning.
again, win
So I
the
don't know,
battle in
like
the
I
trenches
guess
and
it's
come
a
back into
style
the site
thing,
step
dude.
by
Like if
step.
you
Yeah,
get
Boaster's
chaotic
the
as
type of
fuck
player
and
that
it works for you,
He's gonna
whatever.
play his life because he is an IGL. He's
I
that
just feel like
captain, and he's such
me
an important
personally-
part of that game plan, whether it's retake or not. So
I mean, I don't
he
know,
doesn't
I
want
guess
to take
it's
the risk of
fine.
holding yellow box and
I guess
doesn't
if
want to be
it's too-
sectioned off
there's
by
a limit to it, though.
Xander's wall. But this has been a really good B offense.
gotta
And
be
now
a limit
Fnatic
to
are
it.
going to stack with Boaster to help him
Yeah.
out, and it's going to be a double walk down.
Yeah, they're going to try to get some isolation here.
Stewie silent
They
tilting
do
at
deal
Tarek
with the
instead of
Killjoy
screaming at
turret,
him.
So that little bit of a safety net or an alarm system
It's culture.
on the back could be
Definitely
in some
a part of
trouble,
it.
but Boaster, Kayak in some trouble here at green.
Ooh.
Boaster able to sidestep the nearsightedness. Going to get tagged by the Aldrone, though.
Oh, he
Can
cleared
go
it.
in one,
Nice
but
try.
Not going to happen.
Okay, wait, 100
100
Thieves are
gonna
heating
have
up.
Not just the weapon
100
advantage,
Thieves
but now
are
5v3
heating
as
up.
well.
Even the economy advantage that's only going to get better and better from a 1-7 deficit to 100 Thieves catching up and really shining on the offense,
D
especially
stack and
off
they're
of
going
Xander's
A. Good
wall.
read
And
by
I was looking towards him being the impact
Lucio.
player. I guess more towards Lurks, but just how they're able to utilize their wall to creep up towards B. But this time they're going to pivot towards A.
Yeah, and it's again, we've really only gotten one round of this half where we've seen what Fnatic want to do and how 100 Thieves are planning
Yeah,
on
good
countering
rotate.
that. This is a half-buy round for Fnatic.
It's the best of one.
They're trying something cheeky with the double walk down. No Tim Hortons reference for you, Lemon.
I was thinking about it.
I know you were. But there is a level now of like, again, if Fnatic do not successfully play off their default, which is looking like it's going to be a
This
very
ain't all.
reactionary defense, and if 100 Thieves can continue to scale deep into these executes, there's going to be some issues that Fnatic have to respond to.
All right, now you got that flank that's been exposed. Fnatic doing as
Should
much
be
damage as
fine.
they can, at least getting 2 kills.
player
But
standing.
time is of the essence.
As
And
soon as that
100
nice,
Thieves,
I heard it.
they're paying attention. You're not going to get away with too much.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if Fnatic call timeout here just to reestablish what their default is, or are they going to give it one more try? Because
What's up, Victor?
that first offensive round and a full gun round that you see in round 15
Things are
was a
happening.
very successful one for 100 Thieves. And
9-3 to
Fnatic are gonna talk
9-7,
about it. Kayak
Fnatic
gonna pull what
Boza.
looks to be an operator here as kind of a monkey wrench to the system. But the thing about it is, Kayak, you don't assume is going to find as much success on the high ground on the defensive side
Let's
of this
see what
map,
other game
just
going
simply
on.
because there's just not as much for it to play off of. So does he try to do something where he's hard scoped from like back rafters on A and try to take an opening 1v1? seeing that we have not had an operator yet from Cryo on the offensive side. They're looking like
relocating. They might not mean too much of
Oh,
anything.
5-5. Lotus again?
Control firmly here.
Oh, sorry.
Has to clear out the strip wire. No other recourse for him. Taking with the operator. Likely going to prove to be very difficult to buy. Needing to clear out this angle. It does so with a fantastic one tap. Finds a second, and suddenly, Paper X, they're in the driver's seat. They're in the lead. Going to be traded back here.
Last player standing.
Fake.
A fake on the TP, but a snappy readjust from Elite. Gets the read. Gets the kill.
See if that's going to be the case once again. He's going to fuel things out. Kayak going to play backside yellow with the opening op.
Omen smokes at deny. Okay.
100 Thieves can also continue to play that fake if want to get their first pick here. If they don't get much presence, not seeing where
now we drone
kind of Boaster is. They've spotted him at yellow box before, but Kaya can get the one shot, dash out, and 100 Thieves may be forced to think of an alternate plan.
And you can see the dark cover that gets tossed by Austin as trying to lead Fnatic to believe it's going over.
Oh my god, they are so lucky.
Missed and whiffed. And now he's in a little bit of trouble. Paranoia is going to connect. He'll dash away to safety, but
they are
again,
so
how
lucky.
deep do you want to play here if you're 100 Thieves? This time going to play off the dark cover for what looks to be a plant opportunity, but that largely is, again, if you can get this plant down, you have the safety net of the Hunter's Fury for your post-plant setup.
I don't know how long Asuna can keep the jig up, and has the ult if you just wanted to go towards A, I guess. But Fnatic, the more time you're taking 100 Thieves, the more that they're going to be taking the map. If you got a double flank, double walk up, it will be alerted by the turrets, so you'll get EU to turn around. And still that Hunter's Fury, which could have been used to maybe pressure Snowman and get a flank.
Yeah, but the thing about this is that Hunter's Fury is no longer back right yellow because of that one flank loss. You have to play up for your 100 Thieves, and they're out trading the fight.
We got 2 from top side.
It's good for now. He got a lockdown. If you really want to buy more time, it's just Kayak would hopefully like to save the op, especially at 0 credit, so he'll get away.
Yeah, it's a really good idea for Fnatic in terms of how do you counteract that play through B. Yeah, the snake bites do their job from Boaster. It stops the plant from happening for Asuna. The dark cover fades. He can't stay on site anymore. But no,
I'm enjoying this EWC format. A lot of good games with BO1 is shit low key.
Pressure on green. They do a nice job at it,
16 teams.
100 Thieves say, we're aware of what you're doing as
well.
At
least it's BO3 elimination. With 16 teams, I don't know what format you can do.
We're going to just make you fight underneath tube.
I think, like, I was memeing earlier, but realistically, this is the only way you can do it, right?
Over towards the site themselves, so
it has to be a BO1 into a BO3.
Within one here.
Or I guess the other way to do it is you do all BO1s.
Viper wall towards B, because I feel like
which
Xander's
is also a different issue of its own.
I mean, this is
where it's
like
round robin BO1s and then like
top
4 events in both groups or
if
whatever.
you do struggle, because again, just
I don't know. I think this format is probably the best way to do it with this many teams.
So like you have to be able to play off of something to get you back onto the A
upper
side besides just an
bracket
drone. So
is BO3
that Viper's wall is going to be there every single round. The question will be, like, where does he want to put the cloud, and can you keep recharging a bit of a one-way from green?
What are my personal top 3 maps right now?
100 Thieves as they try to make their way over to yellow. Like, those are the things that I think Fnatic need to be thinking about in terms of how do you keep
answer that. I haven't played enough.
Very stationary defense.
I actually like the new map. What is it called? Road?
Thieves.
I think the new map is fun.
Forcing the issue early.
I don't know what the community's opinion of it is,
haven't dropped
I
an
haven't kept
offensive
up,
round
but
yet, and they're about to walk into the sidelines of
Creepy
Kayak,
again.
and he won't
They
rip
contact the
that one, and
offer.
big hug, but Boaster,
Oh my god. Crowd got away with
he's gonna
murder.
get that for sure, so
Oh my god, Kayak whiffed
the
again.
odds are even, but that op is still close, and usually you would have Asuna who would use a paranoia and try to punish that, but Spike's going elsewhere.
New map is shit. You guys don't like
where
it?
this could be a possibility. They see the cross from 100 Thieves back over to A, but I was going to say they don't know that Xander was here initially, but it doesn't make a difference. They're just going to stack up and play the 4v4. Again, looking at limited purchase here for Fnatic, but Kayak is the one who has the heavy weaponry and is in position. Just comes down to does he hit?
What is this play?
Kayak is
drone?
locked in. Drone
that is a crazy play, bro.
Shot, but a punish from Xander is huge.
Wow, Crash with a stinger from there.
So he just can't keep rolling
2v3.
it down. 2 versus 2 with the Spike ready to plant.
He baited it out. He baited it out, but Chronicle got a kill. And he tagged him. Wait, what happened to Asuna? He like out?
What a comeback from Fnatic. You know, I cursed it. I said 100 Thieves haven't dropped an offensive round.
And they did it into a round that they didn't have full purchase. So you really, really let the whole region
down. To Omen ults?
That's just one of those moments where, again, you know, there's a difference maker of Kayak hitting that first shot. It does look like there's going to be a follow-up. Cryo saves that initial play, but Yeah, it is Kayak hitting two
so
very
he got
critical
scanned
shots,
while he was
stopping
trying
the
to do
initial play
it.
at B, and then doing the same thing over at A to let that Hunter's Fury sing a little bit more loudly. This is a must-win round, it feels like, for 100 Thieves coming into this one. No.
This is all
Still
gone
fine in terms
while
of
he was
stopping
trying
it
to.
again.
Oh.
You know, there's a difference maker of Kayak hitting that first shot. It does look like there's going to be a follow-up. Cryo saves that initial play, but yeah, it is Kayak hitting two
so
very
he got
critical
scanned
shots,
while he was
stopping
trying
the
to do
initial play
it.
at B, and then doing the same thing over at A to let that Hunter's Fury sing a little bit more loudly. This is a must-win round, it feels like, for 100 Thieves coming into this one. No.
This is all
Still
gone?
fine in terms
Yeah,
of
his ult is
economy,
gone.
but with a lockdown
Wait.
and a Hunter's Fury,
Yeah.
you have the counters that you want to Fnatic. You bounce
How
back.
does that
you win
work?
this
He
round,
used it
you
and
slow
died?
down the economy of
Damn.
Fnatic. Keeps you right within the grasp of getting this to a level game. Cryo,
Big.
good for the first. Needs a little
Big.
bit of help and has it. Xander finds the follow-up. That'll disengage.
Yeah, Chronicle, good slow orb to try and get away. I like the triple walk down because Fnatic just won off of A, so you're forcing 100 Thieves to go back
Damn,
to what
pop
was more
knives.
successful for them was to be pushed. Yet the triple walk down for Fnatic,
has
just
res
investing
again.
more and more into trying to surprise 100 Thieves.
Yeah, that's the big key, is they're trying to surprise 100 Thieves. That's been the staple in, what, 4 rounds this half so far? The pistol, the triple walk down that we saw in the beginning, the double hit over through B-main and tube, and now you've got a triple stack over at Green. Fnatic is trying to take the game away from 100 Thieves, and to be fair, 100 Thieves
He's trying to
fighting
sneak
back
up.
nicely.
Like,
I need help pushing
the guy
yellow
during this
box,
end
and
game.
Alpha
They're
is not going
saving.
to have a good opportunity. They
No,
just
he's
don't
gonna
have the
ult?
util to do that either
Oh,
now
he's
that
saving.
Crashies is gone. So just going to give that
Can't
one
ult
up.
because Boostio has
And
ults.
100 Thieves keep in the driver's seat.
Yeah. This offensive half
Also,
has
it's
looked very
5v3.
comfortable for 100 Thieves.
Damn, 100 Thieves.
Some of it, again, because of
Making
that
a game
cheekiness
out of
that
it.
Fnatic
What is that,
trying
6
to
in a
pull.
row?
And maybe that's, again, another element of, like, you're playing a comp that you assume is going to
Sweating
be
them
very
out.
reactionary. So you try to get a little bit more aggressive. You try to catch your opponent off guard a touch. It just hasn't worked.
6-7 on the other stream.
Opportunity for 100D now. They didn't have
Looks
to use a
like
single ultimate in
Casey
that last
just won
round.
pistol.
Bank accounts are enough to ship to Switzerland. And Fnatic are going to be dealing with an interesting follow-up round
6-7,
here.
I said the
They've got
thing.
a lot of tools,
I
but
said the thing.
it'll just
I
come
still don't
down
know
to
what
how
that
they
meme
wanna
is,
set
I'll
up
be
their
honest.
defense. We haven't really seen them play off of that more reactionary,
not
contest
gonna lie, I
despite
don't know
type
that
of
meme.
mindset in a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to it.
Just Kayak still as the op, so I think put him at yellow box and don't do a walk down. Just let 100 Thieves come to you, and that just play for picks off of Kayak.
It's a basketball
and because
meme?
the last round that we saw Fnatic win
It's
was
LaMelo's
off of
balls
a lot
height?
of muscle coming out of Kayak.
Yeah,
so
that's absolutely true.
Is he 6-7?
give him the good Cheerios.
Well, if the last round was a must-win round for 100 Thieves, this one's going to feel pretty mandatory
Oh, no.
for Fnatic. Bank accounts are running a little bit dry. Kayak playing an aggressive angle onto 410.
Is this song? I gotta
He's
see.
going to hear that alarm bop he placed, though. So, opportunity to try to catch
Wow.
what a play from Kayak.
Wait.
First blood onto Asuna is a critical agent to take out of the
That
hands
was
of 100 Thieves.
nice.
The quick scope.
Though, so opportunity to try to catch
Wow.
what a play from Kayak.
Wait.
First blood onto Asuna is a critical agent to take out of the
That
hands
was
of 100 Thieves.
nice.
The quick scope in front of 3 players, like our jaws are dropped. So are theirs. So Fnatic going back to just kind of hanging back again, letting 100 Thieves come to
Do
you
they
and
KJ
letting
out this
Kayak
though?
play for picks. And I wonder if 100 Thieves would just want to ditch this, but now you don't have any lurks activated, so you have to re-clear all of that space.
Yeah, and Alpha can just throw
Look
shoulders
at
and
KJ,
watch
he's
to
just
see if there's
watching
a
the cross,
back
yeah. Got orbed out
over to
now.
Boaster's direction at B. The Poison Cloud at mid will
They going back?
re-embellish
Yeah, they're
and
going B.
congest that angle for a minute. So there will be some question marks here with 40 seconds on the clock for Fnatic in terms of where is 100 Thieves going.
It's so nice to watch a good
I
Jet
like
on
that
this
they
stream.
pivoted because you just don't want to keep peeking the Kayak op. He is so good with it right now.
I see you.
So 100 Thieves going back to what was more successful
see you.
for them, using the Xander wall and maybe even getting able to pressure Snowman, which would be great. But Boaster
You've been
is going
acknowledged.
to pressure back. 100 Thieves
Yeah,
looking to
good fight.
land.
Ooh, interesting. Oh,
Hunter's Fury tags only once. Snake bite at the ready. Cryo is taking
Good
some
molly.
chip
Very
damage,
good
but it's gonna
molly.
commit for the plant. That's massive, and now you can
Counter Viper
Viper's
roll.
bit of your own.
KJ ult.
Lockdown in play.
Counter
Just try
KJ
to
ult.
reinforce it from both sides. A Venn diagram over the B site.
So many ults
Oh.
invested. A big round for both teams. And
Oh.
that means just no vision for Kayak with this op, and now trying to get around to the yellow box.
Oh,
It's
they're all the
Fnatic's
Tames.
job, and now
Two of
both
the Tames.
pits are out of the picture, and it's just EU on the post plane. It starts with 1, 3 more to go. The recon
Sees the knives.
and 2 players detained, and the ping
Dead.
onto Kayak, and Crashy
Fucking
dances
spoilers.
and weaves,
Fuck.
and it's Fnatic with the win.
That was immensely tight, but 100 Thieves just not able to survive through that hodgepodge of Viper's pits and lockdowns, they do actually eventually delete Fnatic's lockdown. I think it just took too long to get to because it looked like that was going to be the commitment, was stay on site, stay on the Viper's pit, try to force this lockdown out. But as they try to cross over into the site themselves, this Fnatic has already taken away too much space over through Snowman. They get a read on it. They find the picks that they need. And the numbers advantage is too much to overcome. And so both teams do what essentially was required.
100 Thieves
100 Thieves win round 19. They provided that. Fnatic respond with one of their own. Bank account staying stable here as 100 Thieves take their timeout in the second half.
Finally, Fnatic starting to kick down the door for 100 Thieves, not letting them get away with too much of a flawless
priority
offense. But
unfortunately,
you'd love to see 100 Thieves gather that energy, but Fnatic finding a way.
My plan is to go to sleep around like noon or something. I don't know.
We saw so many ults.
I think chat. I don't know what tomorrow looks like, but I go to sleep.
So much just happened,
I wake up.
and Fnatic still found a way to control the chaos, getting around to the yellow box and
go live before the watch party, play ranked. I don't want to promise that
the
though.
First blood was pivotal for
it kind of be degen if I
to
did that.
Again, talk about where the numbers advantage
I don't know. We'll see.
from.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Makes those
at like
exchanges
noon or 1
of
or
ultimates
something.
a little bit of an easier call because you know you're going to have advantages just by countering.
Would it be
and
crazy to
playing
play
the exact
ranked
same
before
ults
the
that
watch
they do.
party tomorrow at 2?
So
I missed the Sentinels game. How did we
11-9.
lose? We lost both pistols.
Rez
Zach
is the
and
only thing on the
Rat's
table.
the party
We've
a
got
little late.
ourselves some vanilla
And
Valorant coming up here, which is
He
Kayak
also was top
on the
fragging,
operator.
which is an issue in itself.
And he's been, again, like you've
So,
already kind of alluded towards, he's been
a few things
dominant
went
in
wrong,
terms
but
of
that's okay.
Finding an opening pick and controlling some key spaces. Fnatic's going to step up, deny the early recon bolt, and put themselves in position to keep Kayak safe on this deep play.
Yeah, 100 Thieves just taking it one step at a time, especially with Fnatic, who have liked to do these, kind of condition them with these early walk-ups, and Kayak, who could dash out and have some support from Crashies too, with all the util available, and 100 Thieves are not hearing or seeing much. So you got to have a recon or a drone, but it's the defense that pulls that Sova util out first.
They only see the they only see Boostio though. That doesn't tell you much if you're Fnatic. The problem is the walk down at 2 plus Kayak still on this angle. Cloud bursts himself back. Crashies follows up with a little bit of help, but Cryo was trying to get deep, trying to release counteract.
Cryo!
He does 2 for 2.
Oh my god!
Action, but here's that quick play from
Vintage!
Alpha on the pinch.
Wait, look at Viper! Look at
Okay,
Viper!
grabbing that spike
Look
is
at
good.
Viper.
I was worried Alpha was
Can
gonna
he cross?
get on the flank, and meanwhile you
He's
have kind
dead.
of a really deep lurk from Zane on the way at B, and Boostio's gonna go join.
I've
That's
seen it
such
all.
an important 1v1 for Boostio to win.
There's no fucking
Xander
way that
will
happens.
pretty much guarantee the round here. Rez Cryo says not so
my
fast. Thank you for the
God.
free limb. Thank you for the
Cinema.
orb. I'll be close to knives now.
What's happening?
And he says, look at I found on the
100
ground.
Thieves just
Okay,
played so
so
well.
very resourceful life
100
for
Thieves
Cryo.
just played so well.
As 100 Thieves
Oh
will get
my
to double
God.
digits. Unless Chronicle is able to find one isolated, but likely not going to happen here. And that is just a massive commitment from Cryo,
this
understanding
KDA.
the situation. I
Yeah,
can
he
punish
did.
Kayak if he's going to play the opposite.
Dude, Chronicle's got like, no joke, 5 or 6 stage reses. He's
Crashes
coming up
into
on a
position,
regulation record
allows
here.
for a freebie for a second.
For stage
so good stuff
reses.
out of Cryo.
Does anyone know the record
Now
for stage
Fnatic's
reses in a
starting to
regulation
realize,
match?
okay,
And if you know that
that
off the top of
100
your head,
Thieves
that's weird.
Are going to switch up the game plan, are going to cross from
My
one
guess
side to
is
the other.
maybe
and
the
that's where
record is
maybe
6.
someone like Alpha can find the right timing and try and walk up
3
and
per
cut
half.
out those rotations off. But
Actually, the record is probably higher than that, so
it's
it's, my guess is 7. I changed my answer to 7 because 3-3, I add 1 7.
It's been really hard
My
for
guess
100
is
Thieves to
7.
read. Feels like they have to kind of adapt on the fly, and they're smart enough to do that.
6 or 7. Wait, what?
Purchase will be okay for Fnatic. We'll have light armors in play, but a lot of weapons can still be repurchased. But 100 Thieves, you start to feel it now. Like, we're having
he's
our way on
feeling
the
something.
offensive
I don't know
side.
what the
You've
fuck
only
he's
dropped,
feeling,
what,
but
2 rounds?
Yeah.
And that's largely because Kayak hit some impressive shots. Like, you are controlling tempo nicely. And I think you just kind of stick to your guns. And yeah, another moment where Fnatic's going to try something a little bit cheeky. Alpha, White Peak works out. Xander
he got laid out.
drops. Turret providing a bit of distraction. And Alpha
what
will
a
be trading. We go 4v4.
spam!
Down from Doob,
Wow.
and Fnatic wanted to cut off those rotations. Now they get ahead of the game with
4v4.
those picks, but 100 Thieves
Viper,
they
Boaster.
don't really live with that deficit for too long. They're always at least able to go from a 5v4 to a 4v4. Now really just thinking off of Boostio kind of starting to create that space over at A. They'll bring the spike over.
Yeah, they're just clearing a couple of
Crashies.
angles. They're going to know that Kayak is not here. And that might be enough information to commit to this play. You can
Crashies
see
fighting
Boostio's
alone.
just playing the anti-air defense right now. Just don't let him jump back up to that backside screen. Aldrone out. Deleted very quickly. Busio does get tagged. Slow orb to stop at any impeding possible plant.
They have sight.
Nano to push off the angle, and
They have
Asuna will just
sight.
take the vents and the ropes rather over and get the plant up top. This is going to be difficult for Fnatic to retake into, especially considering it's a Viper and Sage in the mix.
Crashy just has one shock bolt. You got Nade too, and Fnatic starting to get smoked
Wow,
up.
look at
It's
this
not gonna
post plant
be
they're
easy,
playing.
so Crashies at least can clear one corner, but Fnatic just have to swing and
I
use
don't
the
know about this
power of
angle.
friendship. And it's going to be who can
Wow,
continue the
Busio,
lead
nice
or
shot, though.
even things up. Trade for
Asuna?
trade. 100
Asuna.
Thieves are holding it down for as long as they
Observer,
can.
what are you
Kayak
doing?
Activates on the flank, a double
Wow,
continue the
Busio.
lead. Starting to get smoked
Wow,
up.
look at
It's
this
not gonna
post plant
be
they're
easy,
playing.
so Crashies at least can clear one corner, but Fnatic just have to swing and
I
use
don't
the
know about this
power of
angle.
friendship. And it's going to be who can
Wow,
continue the
Busio,
lead
nice
or
shot, though.
even things up. Trade for
Asuna?
trade. 100
Asuna.
Thieves are holding it down for as long as they
Observer,
can.
what are you
Kayak
doing?
Activates on the flank, a double kill. Now dashing towards the spike. That is all, and Fnatic get up to match
Oh, what
point.
is
Yeah, that's
happening?
just
Is it
another one of those
lagging?
moments
Why is he a
that,
fucking
you
observer
like
not
it
watching
from 100 teams
anyone?
initially because
I didn't see
you
anything
commit
that happened.
through, you get a read.
What
that
the fuck is
Kayak was
Buster
initially playing
doing?
over towards the B side of the map, or
Cut
more
the
importantly, you just
camera.
know he's not on A. So you're going to say, all right, we're in
The
there. We're going to
fuck?
commit. We know he's playing it off. Problem is, he drops the op for a Vandal. He's quick on the pinch. And no one's
He's
really
cranking
watching
his
for
shit
it. Because
live
if
on
you're 100
stream,
Thieves
dude.
looking at a Jet with an op, you just don't expect that that's the player on your flank. You've accounted for everything else. So nice moment from Kayak. Swapping the weapon, getting into play. Also, just the fact that you get a trade from Crashies is massive to allow Kayak to continue to be a little bit unguarded and uncovered. So huge round for Fnatic, who now find themselves on that point.
That's the Kayak difference. What can he not do? There's always a player on Fnatic who has to step
Match
up and
point,
make
Fnatic.
miracles happen and to will a win into existence when it otherwise looks sometimes cooked.
Uh-oh.
But got the ult from
planting.
Asuna, and he's going to go for a plant in the middle of his own smoke.
Wow.
Down from 2 from Fnatic, kind of the same thing they did last round.
Yeah, this is messy, but the thing is, this is going to put a lot of pressure on 100 Thieves just because you've got this
Whoa,
snowball
whoa,
of a rotation
whoa.
coming through the middle of the map for Fnatic.
It's too good to be
Asuna
true.
maybe in position, but Boaster's
Wow,
seen
he got
it.
spotted.
And
Wait.
now you look to see if Busio can help out at all.
What
Good
the
timing
fuck?
for Asuna here. Can he find more than just the first?
What
Yes, he
the
can. The trade is out.
And it's just Kayak now.
Oh
100
my
Thieves
god.
finally gotten together to get it up to
Oh
11.
my
And what was it?
God.
Mitch was saying 13 to 7 for Fnatic. I'm a little bit off with the 13
Oh
to
my
10 for
God.
100
I'm
Thieves.
way off.
But what was yours again?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's get into the next round.
Holy fucking shit.
Man, this is the best map I think we've had on the B stream.
Oh, without question.
This is hype.
We've had beatdowns.
Yeah.
on our
We
first
said
three
this
best
was
of
our
one.
match of the day.
We did say that, and I was skeptical, but here I am, eating my words for dinner.
Match point still.
Oh, you got EU close to a Hunter's
The buy is
Fury,
kinda
knives
shit.
out
Triple
from
stinger.
Kayak with stinger buys. Or, Hero
He used
Vandal
one off
too
ult.
from Fnatic. But it's all up to what Kayak can accomplish really deep into
Kayak
B
with
main.
knives
And
though, yeah.
100 Thieves kind of like to play slow sometimes in these early rounds, see what Fnatic are cooking up in the walk-up.
Well, and this is the thing, is the economy gets a little bit shattered here for Fnatic, so you've got a couple of Stingers and a Guardian in the mix, so it's going to force Fnatic to consider playing a bit more aggressive, which again, with this composition, is not going to feel all that comfortable, but look at the space they've already taken. You've already gotten through Tube, you've already gotten through Green. The Viper can rotate back for Boaster, and those snake bites can help delay a little bit longer for these flanks to
Getting
get into the
flanked by a
action.
jet.
So,
Look at the jet flank.
for Fnatic,
Is he gonna updraft belt? He's gonna updraft belt. Watch Jet. Watch Jet, please. I'm
Hey,
begging
Kayak
you.
was impactful on the flank before with the stinger. It'll be
What?
kind
Oh,
of
it's
different.
over, they lost.
And
It's
Alpha
over.
holds it down on the front line. So
Silva,
100 Thieves
here's
are kind
Silva.
of weak, and
Jet's
despite
gonna
the
kill
Vandals,
Silva.
it should be just better. But
Wait, he jiggled
you're
him.
not
You.
obscuring
Wait, he saw him.
screens a whole lot.
Yo,
So you're gonna
show
have to
me
play
the
from low
fucking
ground.
fight,
Kayak with the
dude.
knives out. Okay, stinger not so good. Knives even better. But are these butter knives or what? The flank
Oh, I
is
hate
doing-
this observer.
is okay.
EU has to win this fight. He just absolutely has to. That's your post-plant security, and he's able to win it. Xander also able to follow up onto the site,
Asuna.
makes us a little
It's
bit more
all on
doable.
Asuna here.
Asuna's on
Oh
an
my
island,
God.
but the Hunter's Fury for EU is the win condition.
Player
over.
standing.
This is for the win, and it's all up to
He
EU
has
to
ults.
save 100
Good dart.
Thieves, and you still have a
GG.
Hunter's Fury. But Crashy is that first
Wow.
in a big win. Fnatic 13 to 11.
Wow, it was a great opening dart. It's just one of those things that if he's able to follow up with the second one, maybe there's a world where he's able to convert, but the biggest part about that is that initial walkdown. I don't know what happened to Cryo right
Oh my
Being late
god. We have
to
no time to
something.
process it. We're in the next one.
See what Forsaken wants to
The
do. He's been
unlimited
pretty
fucking
aggro
games.
with these ults. May opt to try to go for some.
For that. I'm gonna go through all of it, like hopefully tomorrow. Honestly, this is too much. Let's take a look at the stats from 100 Thieves. I napped for 8 minutes. Remember? Ads. Oh yeah.
Deploying
Yep.
drone. Can't carry it forward off a
The
win.
cameras are bugged. Yeah.
Attacking side is so